Travis Wayne Goodsell, Defender of Mormons, back with another video. Psychologists are again attacking Mormons for having religious attachment. Yeah, poorer mental health linked to stronger religious attachment, national study says. This is from Newsweek. Nick Mordawanek. It was yesterday at 12:20 p.m. And it was a published study. It was titled Attachment to God and Psychological Distress, Evidence of a Curvilinear Relationship. Matthew Henderson and Blake Kent. If you're unfamiliar with psychology, there were individuals originally, but Nazi Germany turned psychology into an evil organization in which originally they targeted Jews. This was before the concentration camps. They would claim that Jews had religious attachment and thus were mentally ill, and so they were locked up in an asylum where psychologists, psychiatrists would perform human experimentations on them. And apparently, I guess it was doing so well that they were getting away with it, that they then decided to go into full-on concentration camp mode. And that was accomplished by criminalizing Jews. They'd make false arrests or insignificant arrests of Jews, get the press to put out the publication that Jews were criminal and were arrested and everything's fine now. But then you increase the volume of Jews in the news getting arrested for crime. And thus the justification for the concentration camps and locking them all up and then committing the asylum treatment there at the concentration camps because they're criminals. So first you tell people that they're mentally ill, then you tell them they're criminal and need to be treated like they're mentally ill. See the pattern? So yes, that's being done here in Utah, overseen by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, as apparently the conversion therapy is just recently done away with. So the church has this habit of saying, oh, is that wrong? Okay, we'll stop. And then they don't stop. And then you come back and say, you didn't stop. Oh no, yeah we did, we stopped. Oh, we didn't? Oh no. Okay, we'll stop. And they don't. They did this with polygamy. And so read Smoot Hearings as a perfect illustration of the church refusing to stop committing crime. And read Smoot, likewise. I am not a crook. I am not a polygamist. And so, yeah, the church covers everything up. They lie, and then they lie about lying, and lie about the lie about the lying, and lie some more to send you off into rabbit holes. And so you can see how psychologists and the leaders are the ones who are criminally psycho for doing this to innocent people who have done nothing wrong. And I've gone over with you how psychology works. It was a Mormon, Stanley Smith Stevens, psychologist, born, raised in Utah, finished his life with his career in Colorado, who during World War II developed the categorization box theory. It's dichotomous and non-dichotomous with field-specific lingo. And it's set up so that you have dichotomous, which is one or the other. It's a dichotomous fallacy argument that he used, which is now being used from him for psychology. But the spectrum disorders, you've probably heard of those. That's the non-dichotomous categorization. They've already attached you to the dichotomous category, and now they've added subcategories for you. And if you don't understand how it works, I know all about this, just like they do, and they're using it on the populace. Guess what I'm doing on my videos? When I do a video exposing this, and this one, it's not Mormons directly here. This is psychos who are back at it again. They were doing this prior to, then they were helping religion with the conversion therapy in the 80s, and apparently kept doing it here in Utah, despite saying, oh no, we've stopped that, we're not doing that. No. And you see in the world, movies and television shows used to mock and ridicule psychologists, all making snide comments and jokes and mocking and deriding psychologists. You know, you got your Terminator, you got the psychologist, Sarah Connors, she's mentally ill, thinks some guy from the future came to save her from a Terminator from the future, and then until the Terminator physically appears and right before the psychologist. Or Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson, the Jewish bigot who had lost his wife, and so that's devastating. And he thought about committing suicide, but never could go through with it. And the female police shrink wants to talk with him about his feelings, and tries to threaten the police chief. You know, he's mentally unstable. He's gonna get somebody hurt, or he's gonna get hurt. And Mel Gibson just mocks her and teases her and plays games with her. And but there was a shift. Psychology had brainwashed government as they got power to be drug dealers for drug pusher pharmaceutical companies, as they became expert witnesses of fallacy. It's really weird, because in a court of law you cannot use fallacy arguments. They have the Latin terms. The lawyer is supposed to stand up and say, "Objection, Your Honor," leading the witness. That's he's making a counter argument that the other lawyer used a fallacy argument and is called out on it. So they know all about this, and yet they use psychos as expert witnesses now. See how we're turning into Nazi Germany? Right here in America, right here in Utah. Isn't that great? And so, likewise, they were able to fool society, as they now are the first responders to a crisis. What the hell? Get them out of there. They're going to make things worse. Because they make people dependent on them. Only we can help you. and we keep it confidential. It's our little sacred secret. Nobody else will know. Doctor-patient confidentiality. But they're not doctors. They're PhDs. And so, yeah, now they're in mental health. Governments have created mental health now. So, yes, it's psychology that is the threat to this nation. Because they use fallacy with this dichotomous and non-dichotomous categorization. It's box categorizing. And so when somebody does something, I'm calling the cops on you because you're black. Remember the Karen movement we had? Yeah. That was exactly what they had been brainwashed to do. Now, it came from psychos who taught Karens how to do that. And Karen isn't their name, that's the name for the first instance that was put in the news of the woman responding to the Karen. Called her a Karen. Just like a certain name for our president, which has now become a hate term. But the name calling is a categorization technique. You give a name to the box, the category, and then you base it on everything they do in their life according to that category. And you can't escape it. It's like a Hollywood actor or actress making it big in a particular genre of movie, like sci-fi, and they're labeled thereafter. They can't do other work to broaden their horizons. They're stuck only getting work in sci-fi. The alien lady who also did Ghostbusters and such, she was asked about that, about how she got stuck in monster roles and then finally broke out recently with one where she's not dealing with monsters and aliens. I can't remember her name. I could look it up, couldn't I? I should check on the video. It's got 12 minutes of processing. What the hell? Alien cast. Sigourney Weaver, of course. You're more like a game show host. So, yeah, I don't need this mental health thing anymore. And so, yeah, TV shows and movies are now being pro-psychos. We're bringing in the psychos to save the day. Even Fox, they did a TV series of Lethal Weapon, and they had a better relationship with each other. I mean, it's fine that it was romantically connected, but then he had a mental break and got physically violent with one of the Wayans brother. There's like a billion Wayans brothers, aren't there? All great actors. And so, yeah, you have to memorize the name of the brother with the particular movie, as long as they don't share movies. And so he was gone, and so they put in another guy to fill the void, and it tanked. The show's over. But yeah, you notice how Mormons do something in the news or in violation of their own scriptures, because I'm Mormon born and raised. I know Mormon scriptures, I know Mormonism, I published books on Mormonism. The only one who's done it accurately. and studied church history. So I do church history videos. Hey, guess what, guys? Church has lied to us again. So this is different than psychos. Psychos judge and categorize behavior. Call it a mental illness. So depression, it's a harmless word, but psychos took over it, redefined it, and now it's a mental illness. And they add clinical depression for the spectrum categorization part of it. And so you can see how you can be brainwashed by psychos. Because when I do a video talking about how Mormons have done it again, have committed crimes in behalf of their religion, or the church has come out and lied about something else, or tried to translate, or are seeking to overthrow the government, it without fail will produce a response from Mormons. And this is the power of suggestion that psychos use. They turn your behavior into something bad, and they don't say bad. Oh no, mental illness is not bad. It's a problem you have that you need to accept and allow us to help you as we get paid hundreds of dollars an hour. It's a con, and it's legally accepted now. They're drug pushers and they're frauds with fallacy arguments. And that's the difference, is that I do videos about truth, but Mormons are so brainwashed through psychos that the prophets have embraced that Mormons respond to truth with hate and violence and death threats and anger. I'm doing a video, or did I already do it? I'm a sheep without a shepherd, or is it the Mormon assimilation resistance is futile? Can't remember which one. Both of them awesome thumbnails. And it's just coincidental that the star happens to be above the eye. But it's all scriptural based. I quote from scripture. I even have the scripture here from Isaiah. All we like sheep. And if you're not going to understand how Mormons are often criticized as being like sheep in the Mormon church, it's because you've been brainwashed to be sheep. And you respond with anger. And when you do that, guess what you've done? You've proven our point. Because we're not lying to you. The videos I do, at least, are true. You have Satan's symbol on the keystone of the Salt Lake Temple. You can't deny that. But you get angry with me. You ban my video. You avoid listening to me. You unsubscribe. You put a thumbs down. But you know it's true. And in the Book of Mormon, I quote in this video, it's not good for you. But that's different than what psychos do. See, psychos Remember when kids were getting bullied in school and they went to psychos and said, how do we help our kids learn and thrive without bullying? Well, let's have no negative reinforcement on children. We'll only do positive reinforcement. Well, those were from the hippie days of the New Age movement. Their kids were now teachers. And so it's all about positive energy, positive reinforcement, participation trophies. Everybody's a winner. And now nobody knows how to win. As I heard from, was it Bill Mayer? That's where I heard it from. Somebody's wanting me to switch my laundry so they can do theirs. So I guess we'll stop and I'll come back. Alright, I'm back. I have no idea where I left off. The dryer broke again. And then somebody crossed off the circuit breaker information for what that was supposed to be. So, having to air dry my clothes today again. And not doing the others that I was planning. So, reverse psychology, you've probably heard of that. You've seen it on TV shows and movies of people trying reverse psychology. I just saw it the other day on Enterprise. Tavar, is that her name? The Vulcan? She was told to get the one guy to do a Vulcan treatment, and she didn't want to, but the captain knew it'd be good for him, and the doctor said it would be good for him, I think, one of the three. And so she's there, and she's saying, oh yeah, the doctor wanted me to do this, but you're not that type of person who'd benefit from this. And so he goes, oh, okay, I can try it. But, yeah, that's how reverse psychology works. But the thing with psychologists is they lie to you. And if you believe their lie, believe that you have a problem, that you're mentally ill, that you need their help, that you need to pay them money, they got you. Because now you believe them. And you are self-fulfilling, which is a fallacy argument, their lie. And that's different than me telling you you're wicked when you're wicked. When you do stupid things in the news. When you don't follow Mormon scriptures. Because what it reveals when you attack me, when you seek to harm me for exposing your wickedness, is you reveal that you have been brainwashed through psychological manipulation. And I've gone to the origin of the prophet's words for much of their brainwashing of you. You know, R-rated movies. Where does that come from? It's not true. I've taken you to the origin talk, which quoted the miracle of forgiveness, which quoted Boyd K. Becker, who's the source origin of the lie. It's an idol worship. when you turn the R rating into a God to fear. Oh, I can't watch that. Oh no. Oh wait, I'm not Christian. I can't use the cross. Wait, we are Christian. Why don't we use the cross? Again, you've been brainwashed. You do not understand how much the church is in full control of your lives. And they claim they're shocked. Can you not read the sign I put on the dryer? But can I avoid it? Maybe. Maybe not. I can't. I'll be back. I'll be back. And so I'm looking at incite hate to keep the video going, as I have no clue if I'm making any sense anymore. When you lie and you get other people to believe you, you are inciting them to cause harm to themselves or others. And so the church, they claim that they're the one true church and that Jesus is the head of the church, our Christ. So what do Mormons then take that to other people with? Well, it's transformed into religious bigotry. The prophets come out, while we despise hate in all of its forms, and then they go back to saying we're the one true church, when they're not even true. They're lying. If they were at least truthful about being the one true church, that would be a different story. But they're lying about being the one true church. And I've been doing these videos for you. There is nothing the same as Joseph's. So what they're doing in claiming to be the one true church is saying that Joseph Smith is wrong. He's not the one true church. He's not the one true prophet. But the church then says, oh, we're the true successors from Joseph. Do you see what they're pulling on Mormons, on all of us, the whole world? They just lie and lie and lie. And they alter church history. They get CNN to do fast facts on Mormonism and say that polygamy was in the 1835 edition of the Doctrine and Covenants. See, people who are not Mormon, know nothing about the Mormonism, about Mormons, are going to say, oh, fast facts about the Mormon church. Good, I don't have to really study them. I'll just listen to CNN, read their little thing. Oh, they were practicing polygamy under Joseph Smith in the 1835 edition of the Doctrine and Covenants, huh? And already you've got a problem that's going to cause harm. Not just the Mormons trashing the reputation of Joseph Smith, as they do doublespeak, like in Mars Attacks. Aliens come down, they're in Las Vegas, they're running around blasting everything and everyone into oblivion, and they have a translator box that they're carrying around, and then stop, don't run, we're your friends. Zap. That's exactly what the prophets are doing to you. We're true prophets of God. Jesus is our Christ. One true church. Joseph Smith is wrong. And they're getting away with it. because you're dumb. You've been brainwashed. You believe the lie. Just like psychologists do to their clients, which is what was done in Nazi Germany, which was done in Russia in the 1960s to their political opponents. Oh, you're running against me? Oh, well, you're mentally ill. We're going to have to lock you in our asylum. Yeah, Putin's doing a different tactic to his opposition. Oh, you're a terrorist threat. We're going to have to assassinate you. Oh, that didn't work? Oh, okay, well, now we will lock you up in a Siberian prison for the rest of your life. When you give abusive, authoritarian people that much power, you destroy society. And that's what you're witnessing now, is those psychos who did that little report, they're coming back on religion again. Because religious people got all upset. How dare you say that we're mentally ill for believing in God? And they backed off. Oh, no, okay. And the church said, hey, we like your style. We recognize that from Nazi Germany. We'd like you to help us with some ex-Mormon problems we've got going on. And so, yeah, they're in the state of Utah, likewise, is helping the church with the rise of psychologists. And now their psychologists are coming back to go up against the church now. So that'll be an interesting clash if their little thing takes fire again. Because they used to claim if you're LGBTQIAPO+, you're mentally ill too. You're not living in reality. And so you need our help as psychos. We're going to drug you. And we're going to do electroshock therapy. It's called conversion therapy. We don't say electroshock. That's not faith promoting. And so there was a big backlash, and now they're saying, oh yeah, we understand. Come and talk with us about it. We support you now. Say from conversion therapy to supporting them, and now they're coming out with a backlash against religion. Guess what they're going to do? Yeah, we can't find the gene. Can't find the gay gene. Uh-oh. So I guess you're back to being psycho again. With the psychos to care for you, nurse you back to health as doctors. It's all a fraud. It's all a scam, guys. So when Utah allowed people to put their identity on a driver's license, you should have all been screaming in horror, protesting. No, we will not be given a state identification. Because that's what the Nazis did to those who were gay. It was the pink star, the Jewish pink star. Yeah, pink. Isn't that great? So as a kid, I learned that pink was a girl's color. And as a boy, I can't like the color pink. Again, that's psychos trying to categorize you. So as a teenager, oh, you like that music? That means you're gay. Oh, country music? Gay. Heavy metal? Gay. Alternative? Especially gay. Everything was gay. It finished. And checks complete, no issues found. Is that because I complained about the Mormons? giving me grief on the first video this morning. 99%, and they refuse to let it go through. This is what Mormons do. They keep confirming they are the great and abominable church, the threat to America and to the world. And here I am trying to help you with awesome thumbnails. I should have had a sound clip of bah. I mean, I had the dragon one. I've got another video for you on that. It happened yesterday. So it was with a Babylonian deity this time. But, my goodness. I don't want you to get played. And so I know ex-Mormons are upset with me too. You guys fell for it, just like Mormons fell for it. When I talk about John DeLynn, he knows how to groom. He knows how to brainwash. He knows how to hypnotize. And so, yeah, he seems to get a lot of the cool people to come on his show and talk with him about their emotions and feelings about the church. You've all been categorized by him. And you believe him. And so you then say, yeah, I agree with you, person who's being interviewed. But he's not telling you the truth. He's promoting the lies about the lies about the lies of the church. It's very complex if you don't actually do your research on the church. Joseph Smith was not a polygamist. Cut it out. But John DeLynn is helping to facilitate the lie. Brigham, he was the bad guy. He was the one practicing polygamy in secret, claiming Joseph Smith approves of this. Let's have sex. And you guys fell for it. Just like they did. The women back then. Oh, well, I guess if Joseph approves. Okay, my husband will be back in 30 minutes. Do we have enough time? Oh, yeah, plenty of time. Don't fall for these people. They are harmful. Because when you blame Joseph, you're not blaming Brigham. You're not blaming the church. And so the church says, oh, well, we don't practice that. Joseph did that. Joseph was wrong, remember? And you go, oh, okay, well, if you're not practicing it anymore, I guess you're now the true church, because you weren't the true church before, but now you're the true church. But Mormons already understand and know it's coming back for the millennium. Guess when the millennium is? I've been doing those videos for you. Oaks has already been drooling over it. Oh, trust in the Lord. It's on the church's website. Just the other day they put it up. And it's for youth. 3 ways youth can trust in the Lord in 2022. And it's got the little... So Mormons are going to say, oh, trust in the Lord. Yeah, I want to learn how to trust in the Lord. And they type in trust in the Lord in their Google search, and Oaks, trust in the Lord video comes up. Oh, there was a Mormon woman who told me she was marrying a Mormon who had been previously married and her wife had died. She was wondering if she was going to have a different mansion in the highest degree of the celestial kingdom. I told her, ha ha ha, trust in the Lord. It's so funny, it's sad. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to laugh or cry. I'm confused with my emotions. I'm struggling with this video camera. And so I warn you over and over again. And YouTube, the Mormons, refuse to let my videos out to warn the people as a whole, because I know Mormons are not being obedient. I see it on other channels. Nelson told you, stay away from social media, and Mormons are all over social media. Hinckley told young women, missions are for men. And what happened? Reverse psychology. Ta-da! You guys are all just getting played. I'm trying to save you. Come with me if you want to live. No. The Terminator is misunderstood. He doesn't really mean to hurt me. The church says that divorce is evil. But again, you see where that also comes into play and where people get hurt by psychos and their psycho manipulation that came from a Mormon, Stanley Smith Stevens, who organized it into a thing that is all BS. It's fallacy to categorize human behavior. Plant species? Yeah, great. Works perfect for them. Because is it a plant or not? Yes, it's a plant. Okay, what kind of plant? Well, it's got green leaves, etc. The physical appearance categorization for science was turned into, oh, well, he's having an emotional break. We'll call it bipolar disorder. We'll drug them with these drugs from the pharmaceutical company because they want to test with human experimentation to see if it works. We're already in Nazi Germany. And they snuck it in. And we're being systematically led like sheep to our deaths. I mean, I could do it on coronavirus. How government leaders mixed with CDC, mixed with medical professionals, mixed with WHO, all were telling us different things. And how it all systematically led to confusion and the problems we are having now. But the Mormons on YouTube, the YouTube employees, are haters. They want to hurt and harm and destroy and cause you to be misinformed. They have no interest in your welfare. They are so upset with me that they want me censored and silenced. To defend the church. The Church of Lucifer. Literally. It's his doctrine. It's his symbol. It's his idol god, and you all fall for it.